with Tarot Tuesday, and today I'm bringing another different cards, tarot cards. It's called the Deviant Moon Tarot by Patrick Valenza, and as you can see, I got it at half price books for $9.99. This is the box cover, and then it has this kind of card layout thingy. Let's see. Yeah, it's just a big layout thing. I don't know if I can get it in the picture here. Ugh. Let me zoom out. Yeah, so it's a card layout thing. And get this back in kind of a picture. Sorry about that. So I'll just fold this back up because we are not going to use that right now. It's too big. Another time. But, yeah. Deviant. Oh, that's just somebody's notes from Half Price Books. So it has a little saying in the cover card, and then it comes with this little tiny book. Let's see what kind of things they say. It's just the normal, like, readings for symbolism and the upright meaning and the reverse meaning in there. So let's kind of play around, look at the cards and play around with it. Move this aside. So I know quite a few of you do have this deck. I know Lady Gravedancer once said it was her favorite, I believe, and one of my watchers, my YouTube subscribers, said that she just got this deck. So let's look at it. So this is the back side. I like the design. I like the crescent moons of it. So let's just do a flip through. So instead of the discs, it has the pentacles. That's a sword. Sorry for the gleam. Maybe I can kind of move that out of the way. Yeah, that's good. Can you move it over here? Okay. So, ooh, that's cool. Only because I'm an artist and I love all the paint stuff. Wow. So I don't, I bought this deck a while ago, but I don't think I've actually fully looked at each individual card, and I've never used this deck before. So this will be the first time, and this is actually, I really do like the pictures. It's kind of creepy, but also cool looking. This reminds me of this one movie called Dolls. I think it's an 80s film. And if you don't watch movies from the 80s, you won't get it. But this looks like that the mean guy, he turned into a jester doll. If you guys watch those movies anyway. Back in the day. When I was a little kid, I used to always watch scary movies. And it was cool. But now I don't have anybody to watch scary movies with, and I have to watch them by myself. So, yeah. It's like, what's that show? American Horror Story. So I watched the first haunted house one, and I was okay with watching that. And then I watched second one, which was Asylum, and I must have like had a bad past life about asylums, because that one just really freaked me out and I could not watch the rest of it. I think I got into maybe like 3 or 4 episodes and I was like, nope, not doing it. So I stopped watching that. Then the third one was the Coven one, the witches one, which I absolutely loved. And then I don't remember what happened after. There was this haunted house one that I watched a couple of episodes of, and I couldn't watch it because it was too creepy for me. And it just like, yeah, I do want to watch them. I watched some of the circus one, but it wasn't like my cup of tea, so I don't think I finished watching it. And also, I had a bad dream when I was a little girl about circuses, because when we were waiting in line to go into the tent, my brother told me that in the other tent that's across the way is where they kill the people in there. So since then, it's always freaked me out, and I was like, no, I don't want to go in that tent. Like, what are brothers for, right? But to freak you out. Oops, sorry. The camera. But yeah, so what are the other ones? Oh, the hotel one. Yeah. That was okay. What was her name? Oh gosh, what was her name? Lady Gaga? Was that her? I can't remember. But she was in that show. I'm sure you all know who I'm talking about if you watch the show. But yeah. Ooh, cool, a mermaid. Ooh, love that one. This reminds me, because my dad was in the Navy, and every time like they crossed into new waters, he would get a certificate. And in that certificate, the border would have like mermaids and fishes, and it was just super cool looking. I wish... Oh, I did have it, and I think I might have... Did I do a video about it? No, but I do have it at the house, and right now I'm at my parents' house, coffee dyeing paper and watering their plants for them because they went on vacation. So, yeah. And this is where I'm doing the tarot while I'm waiting for the papers to cook in the oven. But yeah. I'll probably show that to you someday if I ever remember again. I have the worst memory ever. And that is due to my hypothyroidism, and it sometimes messes with my memory. So, yeah. And I also have, like, issues, like, sometimes just paying attention to when people are talking. Sometimes, like, my mind just wanders, and I can't help it. My dad, my stepdad, who raised me, talks a lot. And I love the man, but he talks so much that my mind would wander. So, growing up, that's what happened when people talk too much. My mind would just go somewhere else. And I'm trying to get better, because Jeremy has noticed it, because sometimes, like, he says he's talking and I have this blank stare in my face, like, I don't know what the heck he's talking about. But I think I try the most with him at paying attention to what he is saying, because I truly do enjoy our conversations. So, I know sometimes he thinks that I don't like to pay attention to him or whatever, but it's not true. Anyway, these are the cards. Let's play with them. I actually I got the book. I ordered the book, the one that I've been talking about all the time, and from my memory, it's totally different than what I remember. So it's pretty cool, actually. It's even better. From one card reading to full spreads, and just like this book does it all, basically. It is so awesome. Oh, look, there's a note in there from somebody. Didn't see that part. But anyway, I don't think that person ever even opened this book because, look, it's like nobody ever even read it. But anyway, the cards, the readings, and there's like tons of different types of reading in here. Reading number 1, who am I? Where am I? What's next? What will I know? What should I be when I grow up? What is the work climate? What is the business outlook? How am I doing at work? How do I get along with others? How's my love life? How will this relationship turn out? Ooh, isn't that a creepy one, huh? Ooh, sorry, I moved the camera again. Because, like, if you think you're in a great relationship, but you question it, and then the cards tell you something you don't want to know. Like, I did this reading one time, and you never know if you're reading too much into it, or especially if you do it for yourself. Because it's like, I've explained this before, it's just too personal when you do it for yourself. So that's why when you do it with books for yourself, it helps you understand better versus pulling the card and trying to read it for yourself, and then you're like, wait, maybe it's this, wait, maybe it's that, wait, maybe it's this, no, maybe it's this, no, there's too many like variables that could happen versus when you're reading somebody else's card, you just know, or at least I do anyway, that's what it is for them, because that was the first thing that came to my mind and nothing else was entering it. But for myself, my mind just goes to every single thought there could be about that card, and then it just like, I don't know what to think anymore. So helping me like zone in, like with these kind of books, and excuse my fingers because they're kind of yellow from coffee dyeing, obviously, but yeah, but these books kind of hone in on it and help you answer your questions better. So anyway, but back to that reading I was doing. I did a reading with, gosh, if I was at home, I'd show you the cards. But it's my newer set of cards that's kind of like an old, I want to say kind of gypsy feel to the cards. And I bought the book with it to help me learn the cards because it's a different type of reading versus these tarot cards. It has like maybe 28 cards, I think, or 36 or something like that. And I'll show it to you in one of these tarot videos. But anyway, the reading talked about my relationship with him, and it freaked me out because it said something about a fight, and it was gonna be a big fight, and we were still like pretty new. I just moved in with him, pretty new at the whole, like still like fresh, kind of just move in, being together kind of thing. And I was scared that basically shit was gonna hit the fan. And we did argue, and he did say like things were bothering him, and I guess it's some of the things that like my past ex, for like, I guess it's like some sort of like PTSD, like things that affected me during that past relationship was coming back and making me think that he was doing the same thing when in fact he wasn't gonna do those things. So I would be scared. Like, for example, in my past relationship, he would get angry if he was cleaning and I wasn't cleaning. So, or if he was outside doing something and I wasn't like helping him. clean or like do yard work or something, then he would freak out at me. So when Jeremy and I decided to do the yard work together, he was doing something that I couldn't do, and I was freaking out because I didn't know, like, he was hammering these big ass nails into this wood and there wasn't anything else that I could help him with, and he's like, "No, I don't need help." And that was it, and I was hovering and I was like freaking out, and like later, like I don't know, I just like did like a lot of things that my ex kind of like forced me to do and made me nervous about it, and I was doing that towards Jeremy, and he was realizing it and trying to be patient with me, but then later was like, "You need to stop because I'm not him and you don't need to do those things." So basically that was like that big fight, and like wasn't really like a fight more than a realization, and there was other things that happened too that kind of did make it a fight. But anyway, see what happens when you read tarot cards. You kind of get what you get when you read the cards, and you got to be prepared for it. So I haven't read those cards since then because I got freaked out, but I will return to them because they are great cards, and I just need to continue to learn those cards. And I'll show you later in another video. But anyway, we'll get back to this. So how do others see me? Where do I belong? Will I be rich man? How's my money doing? And just it keeps going. Let's see if there's anything that we want to do. How's my game? Like, it says right here, how's my game? Like, is like a game like you're like like a guy, you know? Like, how's my game with trying to get women? Like, what does that mean? What's my winning strategy? What kind of fool am I? What's in the mail? Yes or no? Who am I deep down inside? Ooh. Should we read that one? We'll keep that on the list. What are my motivations? What do my dreams mean? Ooh, that's a good one too. What is my life's purpose? Blah, blah. Ooh, we can read that too. What is my mission? What do I need to learn? Where do I go from here? Different layouts, master answer section, and blah, blah, blah. So, what should I be when I grow up? Jeez. When will I know? When will I know? What's next? Let's do what's my life's purpose? 26. Oh gosh, this book's so cool. Okay. So it has all of these in here. Oh, I forgot what page we were doing again. Reading number 26, 217. Here we are. You will need all the cards. Okay. It says, you'll be working with all the cards to consider the purpose of various stages of your life have served, and to project from these from your overall life's purpose. Cheese and crackers. Let's see how much this is. This might be a lot. Okay, so it tells you, depending on what card you pull for this spread. Isn't that cool? Extra credit. Okay. It says, in order to investigate such a serious question, we will be using special layout called the pyramid. Shuffle all the cards together while you ask your question. What is my life purpose? Or what is the purpose of ... When the cards are done, deal up to the top 3 and place them in a row in front of you from left to right. I gotta remember that. When the cards are done, deal up the top 3 and place them in a row in front of you from left to right. Deal up 2 more cards and place them above the 3 you dealt. Deal up 1 final card and place it above the 2 you just dealt. If a card comes up upside down in your reading, leave it that way. And focus on the italic portion of the answer. Look up your cards in their position in the layout 1 through 6 in the answer section. Deal up. Okay. Past, 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 present, present, future. All right, let's do that. What's my question again? What is my life's purpose? All right. I'm going to pause because I got to check the paper and I'll be right back. Okay, back. Now we got to shuffle these cards. And these cards are not as big as my cards, but they're still like pretty big to where it's kind of hard to shuffle them this way. My arms are not big enough. So we are going to do it the sideways, maybe, if I can. Kind of just like let them fall like that. All right, focus, Cindy. Okay, here we go. It's going to be hard in frame, so I will just show you as I go along. And this is the top one. So we'll go right here first. This is the bottom, and I'm sorry for all the movement. But let's see, the first card is 5 of Swords, and this is the past, and number card represents the purpose your early childhood served, or it indicates the initial period for any situation. And I'm sorry, I am just like being so glitchy here. 1 second. Let me get you situated. Okay. Hopefully I don't move around too much. Alright, so let's find the 5 of Swords. Where are you, sword? There you go. 5 of Swords. To be brave and courageous, to fight for a cause, to make a name for yourself, to make the important rite of passage, to learn how to defend yourself. Oh, yeah. Yes, that was a tough thing for me growing up, is learning how to defend myself. And sometimes I feel the same way as when I was a child. I didn't speak out a lot. I was very quiet, and I fought for other people more than I fought for myself. So, like, for example, if somebody was bullying another girl, that actually did happen when we were playing with all my friends. And I went outside, and one time, all 3 of the girls were at one end of the basketball court, and they were all, like, not letting Elizabeth play with them. And I was wondering why, and I don't remember what their reason was, and it wasn't good enough to me. So I went to Elizabeth and I said, hey, do you want to play? So she was my best friend during that time, and yes, I still didn't understand why people bullied her or what the whole deal with what it was, but she was always super nice to me, so I don't know. But defending myself, that was a different story because I've always had a hard time doing it. There have been a lot of things in my life that had happened. I was the one in whatever girls that was sexually abused growing up, and not just one time, it was a couple times. I've been told a lot of things, and people have made excuses and blamed me instead. Like, well, you let that happen, so that's on you, kind of thing. And I look back on it and I think of the things that I should have said. But at the time, I didn't know what to say because it just like baffled me that people were like that. And then it made me think also to myself, like, is that really like, is that what it is? Is it my fault that this happened? You know? Is it my fault that I'm being treated this way because I let it happen? You know? It's just, now I think about it and I'm like, the things I should have said to that idiot. And of course, it was a man who told me that, you know, and it's just ridiculous how women are treated in this society, and how if we are dressed a certain way, yes, we must have provoked the man to do that to us or make us feel that way or treat us in that sort of manner because we dress this sort of way, we look this sort of way, we are pretty. And sometimes pretty is a curse for women because we get treated that way, you know? And even if you don't think you're pretty, there are men out there that think you're pretty, and you are pretty. Like, every woman out there is beautiful in their own way. And men take advantage of that. There are men out there that take advantage of that. I'm not saying all men do it, but it happens more than it should. And it's happened to me multiple times throughout my whole life. And I didn't know how to speak for myself. And it just makes me angry now. And if it did happen to me again, I hope that I have the courage to speak out about it and to be brave. And that was the thing that I struggled with a lot when I was little. See what I mean about these tarot cards? They make you like, it's like a psychiatrist. They make you think about your past and things that happened to your past, and like grow and realize things from yourself and learn about yourself and, you know, evolve. So I just, you know, this is why, and I'm sorry the camera keeps wobbling. It's in between the stand is in between my legs so that you guys can see more of the picture. Anyway, let's keep going. So, card number 2 is also the past, and this is 6 of Swords. And represents the purpose of your adolescence served or indicates how the situation developed. So, it's the next card over, so excuse me. I burped. To flee from a troubled place, to journey to a safe haven, to pick up your roots, to make a drastic move, to journey to a new place. Yes, I have done that in my past. Gosh. As an army brat, we moved around every 3 years. And I guess I kind of got used to moving around all the time and never really unpacked. And even in my, oh gosh, difficult. And it's raining outside now. But anyway, um, yes, I have ran away from my past. I went to California, actually. I ran away. It was a crazy story. And I was at a point in my life where I thought if I left, things would be better. And everybody, I think, goes through that point. They think that somewhere else will be better. There's something else out there for them. And yes, sometimes that's true. But for me, I think I was just running away from my issues, you know? Like my first boyfriend, it was really hard. I've had really stinky relationships. So my first boyfriend, it was really hard. He was physically abusive to me. And that was 4 years of my life. After it's just a hot mess, you know? And Jeremy walked into my life. I didn't know, I knew there was something there, but I was scared. But I was like, still into it. We hung out and we did work together at the time. We worked at a pawn shop and he was the eBay guy and I helped him every once in a while, but I mostly did pawns and sold things and did paperwork and lots of other things there, decorated and yada yada yada. But anyway, we hung out. He bought a house and I helped him decorate it. I cooked him dinner a couple times. He had no clue that I even liked him. He thought that I was way out of his league, but I am that kind of girl that kind of likes nerdy guys. So he had no clue. And he was having a housewarming party, and that day I decided that I was going to make the move on him. And then the other things happened. He had his other friends over, and there's this one other girl that just be all over him. I guess she kind of knew, like, he told me that has never happened. She has never shown interest in him until that day. And I think that it could be because I was showing interest in him. So maybe she was like, well, I'm sitting closer to him and I think I can get it, so I'm going to do it because she wants him, kind of thing. I don't know what it was. But she started making out with him, and since he had no clue that I liked him, he went upstairs with her, and I left crying with my friend. So then I was like, I'm so stupid. And I don't know what I was exactly thinking at the time, but I was like, I just need to go. And I need to go and find myself, and I need to do what I said I was going to do and go to a California college, and maybe my best friend from Hawaii will be there too. Like, you know, when you make the pact with your best friend, but when you're moving, or if that ever happened to you, you make the pact that you'd go to the same school together. But I never kept her phone number because we were too young to do that kind of stuff, and I didn't know anything else. So yeah, that's all that happened, and I never saw her again. But I did go to a California school like I said I would, and didn't really have any friends. out there and was feeling lonely after running away from Minnesota and from what life was giving me in Minnesota. So I decided to leave and venture elsewhere. So that's my story. Goodness gracious. Okay, so it said to like keep these. Hold on. What did it say about the italicized thing again? If the card comes upside down and focused on the italic portion of the answer. Oh, the italic portion of the answer is that part. Okay. But it kind of says the same thing, right? So it said, flee from a troubled place, journey to a new place. It's kind of the same thing. Okay, whatever. Anyway, card number 3. Where are we? Okay, represents the purpose your early child or adulthood served, or it indicates how the situation came to a head. And this is Queen of Cups reversed. Where are your cups? Coins, wands, cups. Queen of Cups, and this is the italicized one. So to develop a lasting relationship in my adulthood. Oy. That's a tough one. Because the only lasting relationships I have are with my family. I really don't have many friends that I'm close to, that I spill my guts to, besides Jeremy. And yeah, I'm pretty closed off to to people besides my family. So I do have friends, but they are mostly kept at a distance, and I don't know if that's because of me or because of them, or that's just how things are. But I don't get I don't have those kinds of relationships that you see in like TV that women have with other women that are so like deep and trusting, and that's just what it is kind of thing. Like you spill out your deepest emotions. Yeah, that's just like not a thing for me. I think at one point I did have it, but sometimes when things are toxic, you tend to get rid of the toxicity in your life. So that's just what happened. Yeah. Anyway, boy, you guys are just like getting to know me, aren't you? Okay, so let's move on. Anyway. So, present. Number 4. This card represents the purpose of your current situation is serving. That your current situation is serving. So, number 4. Let's just bring this down here. Is... What is this? The 3 of... I think that's wands. Has to be. 3 of wands. Current situations is serving. Wands, wands, wands. 3 of wands. So this is reverse. So it says to launch new ventures. And this is the present. Yeah, I do launch new ventures like right now. It's all very new to me, and I'm not used to spilling out my guts and telling you everything. So I guess you guys are my best friend. Well, you know what I mean. Because Jeremy technically is my best friend, but you guys I talk a lot too and have been telling you a lot of things about myself and a lot of my fears and my emotions, and this tarot card thing is just bringing it all out of me. So I'm not even gonna apologize for it because that's who I am, and I can't apologize for who I am because that's what it is. But thank you for watching and listening to all of my complaints and cries and my life, basically. All right. So my current situation was to launch new ventures. Yes, I do that, which is what we're doing right now. Oh yeah, I also, the new venture I did is I got my motorcycles permit and got a motorcycle, and it is it's a moped, but it's considered a motorcycle since it goes up to 65 miles an hour, and it's pretty scary at first, but I got a hang of it really fast. Actually, kind of feels like it was meant to be. It's very calming to drive it, and I just love it. Yeah, it's just awesome. Anyway, present. Number 5. Let's see. Number 5 is this one, and this is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of Pentacles. Yeah, that's a 5, 6. Yeah. Yep, that's what it is. Okay, and so this card represents the purpose of the period just ahead of you. Okay, 6 of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles. Oh, they call it coins. Okay, and this is right side up. Says to be generous, to contribute to the general welfare, to help those who need a hand, to look out for others. Yes, I try always to do that too. Oh gosh. Yeah, I want to think that I'm a very nurturing person and kind. I have my moments where like everybody's like that. They have their moments and they just don't want to at this moment. But when I get my ID, I'm going to put that I want to be a new ID. I'm going to put that I want to be a donor. And, yes, I want to eventually give bone marrow to help people. I know that hurts a lot, but I know it will also save lives, or a life maybe. So yeah, I do eventually want to do that. I have done, what is that called? Helping Hands? I don't know, where you go and feed the homeless. I've done that, and I do like doing that, but then COVID happened, and we couldn't do that for a while, but I'm not sure what the status is of that right now. But yeah, anyway, yeah, I do like doing that kind of stuff, so it will continue to happen. So I'm guessing something is going to happen since that is the period just ahead of me. Excuse me. Next is my future, and this is the 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, that's 8. Okay. 8, 8, 8. Okay, so this last card represents your life's purpose, your ultimate purpose in the situation you have asked about. Okie dokie. 8. 8 of Cups. Where are your cups? 8 of Cups. To be progressive, to leave the past behind, to journey abroad, to see what color the grass is on the other side. Yes! Okay, so Jeremy and I have made the decision a while ago to, instead of having more children, to travel instead. And so that's what I want to do. And yes, I have come to the realization that having children of my own is not something that I want to do. And I thought about it for a very, very long time and thought I did want it. And Jeremy was on board. He was like, yes, if you want to have kids, we'll have kids, you know. I was the one that was like, hey, I know I said I wanted to, but now that I'm living with you and have 24/7 child with us, I kind of don't want to do this again. Not to say like Isabella's wonderful. Yeah, I love her and, you know, but it's just like it's a lot. Having children is a lot. And it's going to be the next, if we have a child, the next 18 plus years of our life, again, devoting everything to this next child. And I want to do something else. I want to travel like I've always wanted to travel. And having to choose between having a child and traveling, I chose traveling because financially, I'm sure we could dream about traveling and say, hey, yeah, we could still travel if we had children. But realistically, it is expensive. So we're going to the Philippines in like 2 years, and we're saving up for it. One ticket for that is like 13, depending on the time that you buy it, is between $13 to $1,800 for one ticket. And we need to buy 4 because we have 2 girls and 2 of us. So that's 4 tickets. Plus we need to get hotel, make sure we have food, and all the shenanigans that we'll be doing there for the next 2 or 3 weeks, because you need 2 or 3 weeks. I would say 3 at the minimum to be in the Philippines, because that's a lot of money to spend, one, on a ticket, and then be there for only 1 week and not be able to experience all of Philippines, because there is a lot to experience there. Because, you know, I was born there, I have family there, I love it, and there's just so much to do. Anyway, yes, I'm glad for this reading that I will be able in my future to go traveling, which in October we're supposed to go to Salem, which was supposed to be our honeymoon, but we moved our wedding to next year. Anyway, this video is already almost 50 minutes. I ramble and ramble and ramble, and I'm so sorry about that. But thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this week's Tarot Tuesday. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye.